Right. Hey everyone, I'm Kloo. So, I'm having a blast with Maxx. So I thought we'd do a proper game, and it's against a Jarl. Now, I'm actually going to take the Achilles, because this plays around Blizzard, right? And for that sole reason only. Now, again, we take our full sideboard, otherwise we will just be fatigued out by the Jarl. But win or lose, right? Hopefully I can just explain the turns competently. Now, a starting turn, this is okay, it's not fantastic. I really would rather something better to Arsenal. But oh well, I guess. So it's Fast and Furious, and then it's Maxx just to set up. Although, again, I want to get rid of my whole hand. Ah, God. Is there a way I can... No, because Mechanetic isn't a boost. Yeah, so it has to be Fast and Furious, just so we can activate Maxx. But getting the initial Hyperdriver, right, with 2 charges, it's really strong to start. I can mill resources just to pitch, I suppose. A Super Up's going in the Arsenal. I'm just trying to think if there's a way for me to get rid of everything. Not really, because this puts me to resources. I'd have to... The only way is if I crank, and then I swing. Which, with this hand, I think it's actually rough enough that I have to forego the 2 charges to do just that. Which feels sad, that I don't want this in my arsenal. It's good later on in life, but apparently, no thank you. Now, their setup definitely worries me. They're going to pick us apart nice and slowly. They're letting the... React. No, yeah, I was going to say they're letting the Banksy through. Doesn't make sense. Alright. We are going to get fatigued out. So we really just have to go ham. Out of the gates. This is not horrible to do so, right? So, oh, they do to avoid discarding. Just here to demoralize me. I mean, cycling it is, I guess, better. But in all honesty, I want to keep the T-Bone so that I can max. Right? Because then we have the 3 resources. I suppose I only need 1 resource. Ugh. Yeah. Problem is, what comes next is going to be even worse. Crossfang, just a CNC. Beautiful. So what do we have? We have 2, 4, 5. So I don't even have enough block. They don't have enough left over for the pummel. So it is definitely block 3. And we fall with the expedite. So we get rid of 0.50. We keep the soup up. Alright, we really have to get them blocking. But we've lost a lot of ground straight away. Expedite, boost. Almost don't go for the Banksy and set up the 2 counter. Which means I don't want to Arsenal. I basically just want to try and get damage across. But I don't have high hopes for this matchup. I mean, Stalagmite would just wreck us right now, in all honesty. So if they want to do that. No? Well, I'll take it. Probably once I empty my hand, then they'll Stalagmite. So we'll play the soup up first. Go on and do it, so at least I can pitch into the Foundry Art. I want to get them using it, right? So that they can't use it later, once we get the ball rolling. As is definitely bad. Could be worse. So yeah, if we Foundry Heart now, we can just push damage and not worry. Well, no. No, it's activate, so that's wrong. Also, that's wrong. Sorry, it should just be Maxx into a Wrench Swing. That plays around Stalagmite. What am I doing? I'm thinking, but I'm not clicking correctly. Yeah, that's better. They're probably going, what is he doing? Oh, we get the counter though. That's nice. Tells us it's not just a hammer swing. Oh, no, they want to block it. Tells us it's just a hammer swing. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Then the 4 most likely, right? Gotta be. It's just Arsenal? We'll take it. That's workable. So I lose the Hyperdriver. So Fast and Furious is just a 3. I'm gonna play all 3 and keep the Steel Street Hoon, because that still plays around Stalagmite, right? Yeah. Boost. Ah, we hit 1, that's nice. We're just not getting the jump start we need to really try to run over this. In all honesty, right? If you have fatigue against Maxx, it's just block out. You'll take a little bit of chip damage, but count your blessings and all the other Earth stuff deals with that anyway. Surely this is where the Stalagmite comes out. Beautiful. Maybe I should have sent the 3 first. long as they don't have another way to get us with Frostbites, it's fine because we kept the Steel 3 Hoons. But so far, no damage. And it's just going to be every turn sending a whole chunk at them. Frank and swing. For a nice 4, so give us some equipment with the block, please. Nope. Think below. 30%. Shelter. It's got to be a 4, surely. Nope. First, look at damage. Ooh. So it's something into the root. Nope. What are they keeping in their arsenal? Now, 5. We have the clamp press, so I want to get rid of the hyperdriver. But other than that, we're taking the damage. Blue. Is that actually good enough? It is a 5, but we're a bit short on resources, especially with the Pulse Wave Harpoon. Now to think. So 3 gets us 1, gets us to 2. Yeah, this is a rough hand. I guess it's just the naked Pulse Wave Harpoon, considering we're not even destroying an item. None of their equipment, well, 2 of them are Blade Break. So technically we could set up for a big Mechanic Shockwave. Maybe, down the line. So I'll try and arsenal it. There's just Pulse Wave Harpoon, the Clamp Press Banksy. So Stalagmite still gunks us up here. No, it doesn't. We have 3. Never mind. I forgot about the Hyperdriver resource. So we're fine. But it leaves their hand nice and big. So definitely mess with our day. So that to show 1 card. It has to be less than 1 defense. Doesn't work. Yeah. I would not be surprised if they just let damage through and just clap back. They should have plenty of disruption. But at least Stalagmite's through, so that's something. So now I have to Foundry. Make it work, right? Yeah. Fine. Gets us out of the jam. Then press. I'm tempted not to crank it and not swing, but I think just pressuring with the damage, having to stick around for another turn would be nice. Because it gives us that little buffer to definitely land Banksy. Do anything with the Quicken? Probably not. But, you know, our board is starting to size up. Another Clamp Press. That could be really nice. And we have to pay 1. The Dumpster Dive, I guess? The Command and Conquer. So I don't really care about the Mechanetic Shockwave, in all honesty. Can I get to 3 resources to set up the Clamp Press? Not really. Actually, I can. I guess that's solid enough. It makes our following turn a lot stronger. Nice thing is that's 2 CNCs down. Because once we can start playing, you know, 4 to 5 card hands, we'll be a lot happier. So it's Data Link. Boost. Get a resource. They Blizzard here, we haste of the Achilles, so it's fine. Then Foundry, Clamp, Swing. Want to draw into a blue Hyperdriver? No, because I don't want to have to destroy the Breaker Helm. Once we lose the equipment slot, then it's really bad. So it's like this is, you know, double-edged. Definitely gets around the Blizzard, which will be impactful. But it has to be the double Clamp, surely. Crank. And hopefully upkeep them both, or at least get through his hand, which is nice. So we lose 1. But our next turn should still be decent. A soup up here to galvanize the bad one would be nice. They did cycle a card as well. That is not a hand we want to see. In all honesty. That is really not a hand we want to see. You what? Take the 4. So Bios T-Bone. I can't get to the wrench swing, can I? It's really awful. Sometimes you still just draw badly. That's kind of nice. That does get us to the wrench swing. Which is definitely something. If we didn't have to discard, it'd be a nicer wrench swing. Is them giving us the Quicken for the Banksy do anything? There's still no way for me to get to the second Hyperdriver in terms of resources. But it also means we don't have to break the chain here. A nice 6. Beautiful. Steadily whittling down their hand. No idea why Talishar wants to double close to close the chain. Maybe I should try clicking the button. So just a nice swing, which is definitely how they just wear us down anyway. And we lose our wrench. Unfortunate. Because this turn we do get to buff it. So we go Sprocket, boost, Pipe Driver, Crank, boost. And I should have enough resources. Alright, so that carries the 1. Once we Foundry Heart. Is that good enough? Either way, that seems correct. Crank it, and then just a Banksy swing to follow it up. Yeah, and then stash the Gigawatt for our following turn. Hopefully it doesn't get disrupted. Probably will. What are the chances they find last CNC? Although there's also Plow under. They have enough? They definitely have enough in their graveyard. Actually keeping up with them, fatigue-wise, which is why we need that whole extra sideboard. And we get the counter. Not as nice as upkeeping the Clamp Press, obviously, but still good. Winter's Bite, of course. We do not have enough Hyperdrivers, and I cannot destroy the blue one, the red one. Void 2. Yes. What's that? God, Winter's Bite is so annoying. I need to hit a Hyperdriver off the BIOS update. That's the saving grace. BIOS. Into Expedite. Into just a big wrench. No, I haven't cranked yet. So that doesn't work either. That turn kind of sucks. That turn actually really sucks. Is it better to max? That's the question. Yeah, I need to land a big turn. Like 50-50 it. Watch us draw into an item. Watch Clamp Press be right here. Nope, perfect. We played right. Just a 4. Alright. Take just a 4. Into a pummel, which is fine. Lose 1 card. It's got to be the jump start. We get to enough boost to make Pulse Wave good. 2 resources, so that, and that get played. Still can't Gigawatts. I think that's disruptive enough. So we get rid of the soup up instead. Only it didn't break the chain, Max's ability. Gotta make Pulse Wave Harpoon and Mechanic Shockwave so much better. You could get the resource back, right? And still activate, say, Banksy. Which I guess is understandable, right? They want, equipment to be able to meet those breakpoints for mech. And then jump starts. Oops. Or just hit a Hyperdriver though. Get the fist bump buff. It has to be Pulse Wave because that just picks apart their hand. At this point. Boost. There's a Clamp Press, which is fine. We didn't have a way to actually utilize it. But that's all 3. So what is damning for us? None of this is super damning, but we know it's not a pummel. It's fused, first attack next turn. They would be able to play that, so I guess it's the Entangle. Pass, and it's just take damage. Alright, I was meant to try the... Yeah, it doesn't matter. We close. We do have 3 for Hyper Scrapper, so we do actually have a really nice turn. So 1 resource there, 2 resources there, so it's pitching that. So then still be able to Gigawatt, Max, and Banksy. Yeah. I was thinking about cycling with the Breaker Helm. That's definitely not what we want to do. We just want to send everything now. We make them lose Tunic, which is also really nice. Starlink, boost. Pass. We're clawing back ever so steadily. Oh, and we got the buff for Banksy, that's nice. This is going to be a big swing, which is beautiful. Kloo. And Hyper Scrapper for 3. Pitch that. Get the 3 Hyperdrivers. 5 go again, and then enough to swing for 8. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, look at that. We've gone through their equipment instead of them getting through ours. Do any of the equipment disruption cards actually get run? Surely. But it's Gigawatts, Frank, and Swing. Nice, 8. So definitely taking some chip damage here, and shutting... No? Okay, their turn is bad. But if we can get through it, our turn is not great. Oh, just a 4. They can't get to pummel, so it's just a 4. And everything we do pressures. That's nice. Definitely nice. Right? Except for the T-bones. The T-bone's the thing we pitch. So it's 0 to 60. Boost. Boundary Heart. Max. 0 to 60. It's just the 1 resource. I can play the whole hand, right? I don't actually have to... Yeah, beautiful. I don't actually have to pitch anything. So potentially we can actually get through. If they... No. Yeah, we will have the breakpoint, right? Because we hit a hyperdrive with fist bump. We're gonna beat the Jarl. That is beautiful to see, right? Wow, I shouldn't, count my chickens so soon. I think we're gonna beat the Jarl. Rank that. 0 to 60. Boost. Another 3. Another card. Beautiful. Soup up. Another card. Beautiful. Unless this is... No, beautiful. Well, actually, the Arsenal could still be a defense react. Yeah! We beat a Jarl. That feels nice. And we did have a really rough start with it, too. Well, there we go. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah.